This is the place I started my first video documenting the attempt to try to clear some of this stuff out and save the trees that have been growing underneath its weight for all these years. Maybe give this area back to native species. I've done a good bit of work coming up here. Not just me, my wife has helped too on days that she can. It's not something fun to do. It's definitely hard work. At times kind of feels like a bit of a fool's errand, but it does feel nice when you're out here cutting these vines and you have these trees that are barren and look like they're on the verge of death, but you cut them free and then they spring back, grow out their canopy again. Kind of makes it feel like it's more worth it. Most of these trees that are over here, I imagine this is how it looks in just about any wisteria tangle that's not completely fallen to just wisteria and whatever other weeds there are. And what you're going to find are these species, the native species, that can grow fast and endure a good bit of stress. And you can see those trees over there still well weighed down in their canopy by wisteria. But a little bit closer, you can see some of the ones I've cut free that are just kind of standing above it all. It's kind of been my approach, since it's such a slow process, is to cut out anything that's alive, even if it's just a small section around its base, to get the vines off top of it. It kind of does two things. It helps alleviate the stress that tree is enduring, and when that canopy starts to grow back in, it produces shade, which is really one of the most useful tools in fighting this wisteria. And putting a good bit of effort into this location. See a lot of the dead vines still hanging down from the trees, that pine tree. All these, most of these are sweet gums towards the edge, we start seeing a little bit more oak. And a lot of these vines that I've been taking out in this area, they're old. And were probably growing in whenever my grandparents first came out to this property and decided to build a house here, back before it became the truly overgrown and invasive mess that I've been trying to get rid of. See all the browned out leaves from stuff that's been dying back up in the canopy. So the wisteria, it needs light, needs a lot of light, direct, bright light. It loves it. And it doesn't do so well with really any amount of shade. The other thing that it really needs to thrive is elevation. It won't send out flowers, it won't make seed pods if it can't get up off the ground. It's been my focus, is trying to make more shade and get rid of any height that it has, making sure that it's not spreading any faster than it can grow along the ground. This is a section that used to be clear. Whenever I was a kid, I'd come up here and play on that hill with my cousin, and it was just woods back then. And here we've got a mix of sassafras and got some tulip trees and more sweet gums. A couple of smaller oak trees. And this is what I call the Tangle. This is pretty much just a hedge of purely wisteria, save a couple of lone trees that have managed to endure the weight and thrive in low light for however long. And to show what it's like walking through this stuff. I mean, it's such a dense mat that you can just walk on top of the vines, and it's just like a net. It's a mix of wisteria, blackberries, horse nettle likes growing in here too. That was a stump I started clearing out. I didn't know if there was still anything living under it. There wasn't, so I stopped where I was. It's a lot of effort for nothing to be there, but you can see how it kind of worked my way in and just cut around and try to free what I can. This is one that I cut free just the other day. It's already growing in really nice. There's still a handful of trees that I've not cut free all the way in this, like this sassafras. This is one of the ones that I've been absolutely impressed by. It's just sheer determination to survive despite insurmountable odds. You can see it just peeking through anywhere that it can get a branch. Try to get some leaves out in the light. Well, we're getting more into the section that I've put a good bit of work into. All that. And still get some stragglers shooting up every now and then, but since it's cleared out well enough, it's easy enough to just maintain it with regular passing over of the lawnmower. And here is the sassafras, the base. Oh, that's not good. We're gonna have to give him a little bit of room. Looks like a king snake right there. I don't want to bother him too much. Well, actually looks like he's facing towards me. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna back away. You can stay right there. You're fine. I'm gonna get out of your way. I know, I'm not supposed to be over here. There's no telling what I might be stepping on going through all of this. And just gotta hope that whatever it might be in there is gonna be understanding and tolerant, like that little king snake was about me coming up on him. Here's more of that same sassafras that I was talking about. Oh no. Wow, there's just all kinds of stuff in here. And I'm about to squish that right there. That is a bunny rabbit. What are you doing, bunny? Huh? What are you doing? You're not even moving. I almost stepped on you. You can see all the trunks in there, bent over, leaning. Instead of growing up, they're growing out, because up is completely dominated by Wisteria on top of it. And I started cutting into there. Just wanted to get up on the hill first. It's a little bit easier working down than it is working up. You can put your weight on top of everything and pull it out instead of fighting underneath it. And like I said, it's a slow process, but once you get a good foothold, it's a lot more manageable. Definitely not something that I can sell anybody as a, come out here and give it a good month and just be all the way done with it. But after you put the bulk of the work in, it definitely is a lot easier to maintain. Like I was saying, once it gets overshaded, it does not do so well. This new growth, it is a lot slower than something that is full in the sun. And something like this, getting full sun, I've seen shoots come up, and give it under a week, it's already grown out this much. This in the shade here, this has been this height for months. And whenever it's green, all you do is grab hold of it and rip it right off. It's not really difficult to deal with until it gets woody. This is something I can do whenever I'm out walking with Rhea. It's easy enough, and we come walk this way. If I see anything coming up, and just grab it, pull it out. Well, it's not the best thing for her to see because she doesn't have a concept of what she needs to be pulling out yet, so she'll go over to other stuff and start pulling on it. But one day she'll get what I'm trying to do.